Hi, I'm Carcino.
Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Oh man, Bronny James. Bronny. That's what everybody, man, why you ain't talking about Bronny? Why you ain't talking about Bronny? Why you ain't talking about Bronny? Jesus Christ. I was on live for damn near 5 hours. We spoke about Bronny while that game was going on. Do you realize that this is preseason? Okay? Preseason. Bronny James played 29 minutes last night. And by the way, I am Carcino. Welcome to the show. The intro could have covered all that. They told you to like, share, subscribe. You could donate to the Cash App, which is Carcino. And Bronny James did what Bronny James was supposed to do. He was supposed to show up on the scene and be Bronny James, right? Make that appearance. Make that look. Hopefully give y'all something to look forward to in the game. I watched this game and the start of it to see what the starters would look like. The Minnesota Timberwolves did not have Anthony Edwards or Julius Randle play. Everybody else did. And Dante DiVincenzo was incredible. You know, when he played with them, he was incredible when he was on that floor. Now, what wasn't incredible that I want to discuss with the entire world, what wasn't looked at as unique or incredible, was the fact that you had a bunch of people who were raving about, let's see what he does. Let's see what this person can do. And all of this talk about one individual in particular, who I never rooted for, and said, wow, the inexperienced, loudmouth, arrogant, JJ Redick. Right? Now, JJ Redick comes in here and decides he's the coach of the future. He's the coach of the now. So not only did he comes in and fail you at that level by far, I wanted to see what new he was going to run for the Los Angeles Lakers. I said, well, let me see what's new that he's bringing to the table. That why not? Well, now, I wanted to see what he was going to bring new to the table that would expand the conversation, that would take it from point A to point B, to really give a perspective scope as to what's going on in basketball. I want to see what kind of plays he's going to run and the direction of the team. Now, Anthony Davis didn't play. His starting 5 basically wasn't on the floor. LeBron didn't play, of course. I don't understand why these players sit out preseason, but it is what it is. This new era just doesn't make any sense. So here's where the focus, I think, got lost and just goes into another direction. I saw a team trying to run plays they don't run. They were trying to run split actions all night long. That's what they were basically running all night. And JJ Redick is pissed because players who don't play with each other and don't practice, shoot around isn't practice. And they have limited practice with these guys. JJ's thinking that they can compete with a team that basically talent level is better than you. It's on a talent level, they're just better. And because JJ Redick believes in them, is not going to make them play better. They are limited by their abilities and their knowledge of the game and the fact that they're being played out of position. Guys were not only played out of position, they played themselves out of position because they don't really understand the point. The point of the matter is it's all about the game. Winning and losing dictates. And if JJ Redick comes in here and struggles, that's going to be a big problem. I mean, he's going to be out when LeBron leaves. When the Lakers go in, they're going to go in for a full rebuild, and Bron's going to be gone, and they'll probably buy out JJ and say thank you, and we're going to go with some people with some experience. Because you're not going to want to play with a guy who's, your main factoid is he's very arrogant, standoffish, and it's got to be his way or whatever. Those kind of guys burn out, especially when they don't have any background or, track record. Now, JJ Redick had to sit there and admit he didn't know what the hell he was doing throughout the game. He's getting caught in switches. They were physical. The Lakers are too small. They got so many damn guards out there thinking that would give them an advantage, but skills gives you an advantage. You got a bunch of young guys who's trying to figure the game out and some that's been pros for 2-3 years, and this is about all they're going to be. And they're trying to go at it with guys who got size. And Minnesota, everybody knows their roles. They're well coached. And, they just crushed them on the boards. And they just punked the Lakers, Every team LeBron's on, it seems like he's on a team full of punks. And I just don't understand it, It's just when he's running the show, it's just punks. Whenever he gets to do things his way, he just get a bunch of yes men and punks around him. And this is where he at now. He's got a whole team, got his son on there just so he can punk him. It's just unbelievable. AD, punk. Everybody on that team is a punk. D-Lo, punk, crying at the podium because he about to be traded. I love Los Angeles, man. I'm like, boy, you a damn fool. They just can't get nobody stupid enough to take you. They looking for a sucker at 3 o'clock every time they turn around. Like, man, we got to find a sucker. Who's going to be the sucker to take this doggone D-Lo off our hands? We got a shooting guard that can't play defense. All he could do is cross and pull up for a jump shot. Can't pass. Oh, yeah, we need that. Give us that guy, please. And he's old. Oh, yeah, we need that. Man, his whopping playoff performance of 2 points. Man, I need that. What we going to do without him? But we got to get rid of him because LeBron don't want him. So they ceremoniously kept the camera on LeBron James and Bronny all night doing split shots. Bronny's playing. LeBron's on the bench. What the hell you keep putting split shots for? We don't give a damn. We know Bronny and LeBron James is his daddy and they own the team. Not a soul out there don't know that. Nobody's watching the game to see LeBron James sit on the bench and Bronny playing. Whoever the damn director of programming was, he need to be slapped. It's like, okay, you got your little shot now, fade away. If Bronny do anything, they want to get any reaction out of LeBron. LeBron was like cleaning his nails the whole time, like, I gotta sit here. He didn't root for the team, he didn't cheer for the team or nothing. Bronny scored his first basket, and they had the cameras like pan over to Bronny. And as soon as they pan over to Bronny, to LeBron James, he act like he didn't even see the play. Like, what just happened? Something happened? Like, yeah, Bronny just scored. No, they got beat by, like, they got out rebounded by like 19 rebounds, I believe. The steals, every time. You gonna tell the whole world why Austin Reeves wasn't running plays and all he was doing was thinking he was Allen Iverson or somebody or Kyrie Irving, and he thinking that little weak ass cross he got is gonna work. They was ripping his ass up. And that's what he gets. Because he came out there like he was Big Daddy, like, oh, I got this. I'm the man. No, you ain't. No, sir, you are not. And you may not pass. No, it was a difficult situation at one point in the game because I'm watching Bronny. I'm not mad at Bronny. People keep thinking I'm hating on Bronny. Bronny should be out the league, man. Bronny shouldn't be out the league. He shouldn't. Should he be in the NBA? No, he's not ready for the NBA. It's not ready for it. And there's nothing wrong by saying Bronny ain't ready for the NBA. He just isn't ready for the league. Yeah, but he's learning the game. It's one preseason game. Don't mean anything, but he's not ready for the NBA. I mean, anybody could score a basket. It's not about that. You know, I'm just like, I'm not here to see how many points Bronny score. I'm watching this and see how he plays the game. And he's giving maximum effort. That's one thing he's doing. He's playing. He's playing hard. But he's just not as fast as people would like for him to be. When I mean fast, I mean game speed. You know, like he can't. He's trying to figure it all out. Figure out where to be, what to do on the court, where to be. You know, when they run, you know, their sets, who's got who, how to communicate with the team. He's got to learn all of the language, everything. So the game speed is a lot higher than what he's used to and accustomed to. And when it's real, it's really going to get faster. But as you play, everything slows down and, you know, you get used to the game. But he's just not, at this point, he's not ready. That's why they have a developmental league for these type of situations. But this is all about a ratings thing more than it is about a skill thing. When they took Lonzo Ball with the second pick in the draft, that was a ratings thing. You know, It baffled the minds of people like Kobe Bryant. Now, it took Lonzo about 2-3 years to actually start to show that potential that they saw in him. They had to work on his shot. They had to, utilize his speed, but he's already damaged his knees doing crazy stuff for the team. So you put that in place with everything else you laid out. It's a foundation of what will Bronny look like when he gets developed. Well, he's undersized, meaning that he's only like 6'3". He could jump if he's 6'3". I don't even know if Bronny's 6'3", but he can jump. But nothing that's going to dominate opponents. He's a decent ball handler. He's not a great ball handler. He's not a shooter. He's not a guy that shoots the ball very well, like his father. His shooting progressions are slow. Footwork is not that great in the paint. He's got faster feet than his father. But, I mean, not saying at this point. I'm talking about even when his father was playing. His feet are a lot faster than his father's. He got a quick first step, but he's not really that fast for the NBA. Quick first step, but not that fast. To compete, the heart and all of this, like defensively, he gives more of an effort than his father ever did defensively. He wants to take the challenge. He'll do anything that the coach is asking, but he's not LeBron James. He's not going to be that. So all you people hoping this is the second coming and all that, no. The kid ain't it. You can magnet ball it all you want, but you could fool the rest of the world. Now, long as the casino know, that magnet ball, that's the mother of all tricks. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's all right.
Well, if you look at the main picture here, if you want to talk Bronny, what are some of the main problems I saw with the team? It's clear. Bronny James is going to have to learn that, hey, there's some things you can't control, and there's some things that you can. Now, relax, let the game come to you, but he's trying to learn a whole new system that JJ Redick has got in place, and this is his show, and he wants it to go this way. So I get it, I know, hell, if I was him, I'd be wanting to push that narrative too. But it is what it is. At this point, these guys, that's all they want to do. pushing a narrative all day and all night. And for what? At the end of the day, people are still not going to care. So pushing this false narrative, pretty soon that stuff dies out. So what? Bronny and LeBron play a game together. Like, man, wouldn't that be good if Bronny threw his dad an alley-oop? For who? For TikTok? For Instagram? Those people don't care. I mean, they don't determine, like, they don't watch the effing games. You're trying to appease the people that watch highlights in order to try to sell merchandise. So you're basically using the game as a product placement. Like, this is just a tool to sell merch. We don't even care about the championships no more or the teams that win it. We don't care. We just got to sell people. Hey, we got Bronny here. Check him out. So that's the narratives that they're going to keep spewing. That's the direction they're going to keep going in. Man, I've always noticed one thing, man, more than what anybody would know. If you're going to turn on somebody or you want to make them a great person or everything, people are going to turn the page. They're going to turn their head and not want to compete. They're going to go crazy. They're going to do all of these different things. But they never going to tell you the truth. That's what's wrong with people. They don't tell the truth. Bronny James was 1 for 6. I think he had, 1 rebound the entire game. He had 3 blocks he was credited for. And, I mean, he's like a guy that's playing with some people he don't know. That's what it looked like. Bronny James tried to do the best he could, when he was out there. It's just that he's trying to figure out the game and let the game come to him, and the Lakers got caught trying to match up well, and they got guys out of position because they don't know where they're supposed to be on the floor whatsoever, and well, Minnesota has better personnel. That's just all to it. They were more physical. They were more aggressive. And that team was just, their young players were just better than Minnesota's young players. And Bronny James gets a layup, and it didn't even mean anything to his father. So them putting the camera on him meant absolutely nothing. Connect played great. I thought he played great. With his shot selection, rebounding. He's small, so he's a big guy though. But shoot, Dillingham was incredible. You know, Bronny can't shoot. We know that. So all the highlights on the internet of him hitting all these shots in a row don't mean anything when you can't do it in the game. Don't nobody care. You know, Steph Curry could show a video of him hitting all these shots, but we know he gonna hit those in a game. You know, KD and all these guys going to work, look, they gonna do that in the game. I mean, Minnesota's a dangerous team. But I'm not trying to. I mean, they were in the Western Conference Finals. Oh, yeah, I'm coming down with a cold. It was the Western Conference Finals, man. A team that went to the Western Conference Finals. They added some new players, but it's personnel wise. You know, that's the way I look at it. Personnel wise, this team is just not good. That's what it comes down to. Vincent is playing out of position. He never was no defensive stopper. In Miami, he was the guy that came off the bench and gave you production. You take them out of their strengths and try to make them like everyday players, like they could just do all-purpose things. They cannot. You know, Vincent is not going to thrive without a system in place. I mean, look, it's the preseason. There's no need for any human being to hit a panic button. Now, sorry about that. I had to answer that text. This is the first preseason game. Let's stop jumping out the gym. We just call it for what it is. Bronny, did he have a good game? No, he didn't. I don't care about the 3 blocks, whatever. But you can have a bad game and learn from it. So you can say, okay, I played bad, but I learned this. So now I can do better the next time out. That's all you could do is say, don't even worry about the game. You know they're going to blast you on the internet, whatever. You suck. You shouldn't be in the league, blah, 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 blah. We already know that's going to be there. But if you're Bronny James, you're trying to get better. You're trying to learn this game. Aggressiveness is what he's going to have to learn. He's got to learn to be aggressive. Because, these guys are not going to show you any mercy. They're going to want to try to get you in ISO. They'll take you and get you in pick and roll and switches. And, people want to take advantage of you. You're LeBron's son. They can't do nothing to him, so they're going to definitely try to take it out on you. And that's just going to be it, That's the direction, really, is what we're going to do with this guy. Now, LeBron didn't even play last night, right? And the first thing they did on NBA Game Time was talking about LeBron James not slowing down. I don't think, what you said, I don't see any signs of LeBron James slowing down as he's coming back for year 22. I said, wow, he didn't even play tonight. What the hell you mean you don't see no signs of him slowing down? He does not appear to be slowing down. I'd be like, well, we don't know because he ain't done anything. Like, he and Vince Carter are the only players to play 22 seasons in the NBA. Yes, and it's like, why do you need to stay in the league 22 years? They got to force other people out the league. That's how the league is right now. They were discussing a policy that's saying you got to be out at a certain point on the NBA, but they don't want to put that policy in place because if they got superstars that's just incredible, they just like, we want them to play as long as they got the skills because we're making a lot of money off of them. So it's often become a reality that they saying Steph Curry might play until he's 38. I just don't see Steph playing that long, but because he won't need to. But still, it's there. And for the guy who's talking about I hate Bronny, no, I don't hate Bronny James. I'm just not one for the storyline of Bronny James. I don't care about the storyline. I just want to see good basketball. So when you're noticing all the stuff that's on the court and all of these actions that you see before that's been laid out before you, you start saying, okay, I get it now. One thing I always notice, man, is people always get stuff wrong. When they start saying, oh, this is the way we should carry it in this format, or we should do it in this way. And I always notice that people always screw stuff up. Every single time. It never ceases to amaze me on how quickly somebody could screw something up. I mean, AD and LeBron ain't played together yet, and he's like, man, you put Bronny in that lineup. Yeah, what's that going to do for D'Lo, right? D'Lo's on the team. He got to pass the ball over to Bronny. This is what we're talking about. The Lakers could lose every preseason game there is. I didn't see nothing really extraordinary except for They were running split actions throughout the entire game, but you don't have the personnel on the floor to really get any type of, we got to be worried about this person. Nobody on your team seems to draw any fear or attract any fear from any players in the league. Every other team seems more talented than you. That's a problem. The Lakers are not one of the talented teams in the NBA. They're just not. Nobody they got on paper put any fear in you. Austin Reeves, really? Who's afraid of him? Rui Hachimura, really? Who's worried about Rudy? Nobody. And that's the dynamic you are stuck in right now. Is this false reality that everybody's supposed to be in love or infatuated with this Bronny James crap? No, we don't care. At the end of the day, the Knicks are starting to steal their press. The Knicks have come to life. They starting five is OG ain't nobody, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Brunson, and Karl Anthony Towns. That's the projected starting five. Bridges averaged 19 points a game last year. OG averaged about 15. Cat averaged 21. Brunson averaged damn near almost 30 points a game. So that's supposed to be a light. Like, they're going to light it up next year, right? It's only one ball. Somebody's numbers are going to go down. People forgotten about how good the Grizzlies were before Ja Morant and the whole gun thing. People forgot how good the Grizzlies actually were. They've lost some players now since then. Like Dylan Brooks fit the role really good defensively. Well, JJ Redick was a guy who studied a lot of plays, but the only thing he could do really is shoot. And that's why. That's what he told him. Like, dude, the only thing you could really do is shoot in the NBA. That's it. He was like, that's about it, dog. You weren't rebounding. You weren't passing. Nobody was worried about you driving to the basket. You were only there to shoot, JJ Redick. That's the only reason you got into the NBA is because you could shoot. I mean, it's just No, JJ Redick could play the game. Like, nobody ever said JJ Redick can't play basketball. No one's ever said that. But it's just his size, by him being small compared to NBA players. It's like, what was he bringing to the table? Most head coaches are point guards. Okay. Back in the day, coaches used to be centers because the game was ran through the centers. So the game play that you would see on most of the coaches, they were mostly centers back in the day. Big men. Them big 7 foot, 6'10" dudes. They were centers and big power forwards. They were coaches. Now, because of the 80s and 90s, it has turned into a guard league. You know, Isaiah was the first little guard to ever lead a team to a championship. And once that happened, then it became all about the guards. You know, Magic Johnson was a big guard. You know, the little men started getting some shine. And then it became Jordan. And then it was all about guards. And the center became a thing of the past. You notice that the center has been pretty much the forgotten position in the league. When Shaq was dominant and for the Lakers, and he was dominating for the Lakers, all the big men were old and done. Elijah One was playing for the Raptors. You know, David Robinson was near retirement. You know, Tim Duncan had to come in. And this is why I don't give Shaq that credit that everybody else puts. Oh, Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, baby Shaq. No, big Shaq. No, I don't give Shaq no credit. He played like a Shaq of shit. That's all he was to me. It was just a guy who just turned around and dunked the ball, no skills. I would not put Shaq up there. Loved him as a person, personality-wise, he was great. But I think he digressed and lost a lot of his athleticism the more successful he got. You know, so he started getting big and more big. And I mean, Shaq could have been averaging 40 a night if he wanted to. But, you know, work ethic was different, you know. Just when some people had a mindset on different things. You know, they have different goals. My goal is to always drive to be successful no matter what. And to be that, I have to have the most information. I have to be the most informed. I have to, you know, you got to do your research. You got to do your work. Mark your words, Bronny's going to be in the All-Star game. Bronny's in the All-Star game. Bronny's in the All-Star game. I mean, I can't put him there. I mean, I wouldn't put him there, but if he's there, he's there. You know, if he earned his spot, he earned his spot. I mean, ain't nothing much to say about it, you know. I just want to see what it looks like when, you know, Bronny is matched up. He's playing and doing what he's got to do on the court. That's all. There ain't that much to it. When you got people that wish and pray on your downfall, you know, it's like almost like a domino effect. It could backfire on them. So it can backfire on you real fast. But, you know, we gonna see. the Lakers having a 9-man rotation. You could, but what personnel do you have? You telling me the Lakers can win a championship with this team here? It's laughable. It's really laughable because they're so small and so untalented. You don't have anybody on your team that could get by anyone without a pick. Who do you have that could take someone off the dribble? D'Lo? Maybe. He's not even that guy to drive to the basket like that. So it's like, really, you don't have anybody that's going to get to the next level and be a threat and put somebody on notice or say, hey, well, get him, check him. You don't have that. So when you don't have that, it looks flawed. Your whole offense is going to be stagnant. It's going to look just like it's looked for the past 5-6 years. It's another coach. The offense still looking the same. They still running high pick and roll, 4 out. And you're like, well, I thought, what happened to the split action plays we're running? What happened to that? Well, it just is what it is. And when you see people such as LeBron James and the things that he does, and people say, man, it's incredible to see LeBron do these things. I'm like, see him do what? I'm not even caring about what Bronny's going to – I just want to see if he's going to develop. I'm more interested in watching the development rather than the storyline. I don't give a damn about him playing there. I'm watching JJ Redick to see could he really coach, and what he's trying to coach is being implemented on the floor. Do he have that respect? Do he have that impact? Or is he there to babysit Bronny? We're going to see all of these questions in this season. But as for basketball, yeah, you might as well watch another team if you want to see real basketball. So on that note, I'm out. Thank you, guys. Shouts out to everybody who subscribed to the page. Kwame Brown Bus Life, Ticket TV, Dreamers Pro, Armando Black TV. All y'all, man, we appreciate the love and support. For real, y'all the best. I'm out. Got to get ready for college football coming up. Some people saying, hey, man, give us some picks. Go to my Patreon. I will give you some picks. Give you some NFL picks. We'll do that. So if you're on my Patreon, then you'll have a treat. I'll give you some picks so y'all can win some money this week. Let's get it.